What is going on, shed heads? Welcome back. It is Friday night, and I'm back with my co-host and a very special guest, our man, the Vaping Russian, Rusky Dimitri, in the house from Straight Fire Vaporium with some news for you guys, which we'll get to later. Just a little teaser, so hang out and you'll find out what that is
Later.
But with that being said, welcome back. Hopefully you guys had a great week, and hopefully we can start off that weekend on a positive note, as we like to do here in the green room. But with that being said, we're going to start this show off with the normal vape buffet or setups or set up. If you've only got one thing, which I'm pretty sure there might be at least one person on here that's only vaping one thing. But with that being said, I'm going to pass to the person I think's only vaping one thing. Sean, what you got,
already
bro?
know. You already know. Your man's too busy lately to try to keep track
Yeah,
of two vapes.
I figured.
I tried it a little while back. I regret it because I have this awesome Addy and I need to just, switch Addies, I guess, and get back into that one. But right now we got the old MDX bastard Just Right edition with the RDA2 on top, purple ring, purple chop top. I can't entirely remember. These are either Breeze Tones coils or they could be. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure they are AJ Holland coils now that I think about it.
What
Um,
RDA is it?
the RDA2.
Could be.
I'm pretty sure I took the AJ Holland coils out of the Apocalypse from the build off at Steel Valley and
Yeah,
put
if
them in
that's
this
what you
Addy.
did, then that's
I'm,
100%
I'm
what they
pretty
are.
sure that's what I did. And it stands to reason that they crackle that hard. So I think that that's probably exactly what happened. And right now, I'm in that like any drip now, we're gonna kill this bottle stage. But it's the Blue Balls No Nut from Duchess. And this was a blueberry donut. And I say was because it's literally, I probably got like half this show left before it's gone. And then once I kill it, I got a little playland on deck, so that way I can finish off my evening. So that's what I'm doing.
I'm excited to hear your thoughts on that whenever you try it, Sean, because
I
obviously.
are I've already spent some time with it.
Oh,
I
you
just
have you?
wanted to put it. I've spent like 2-3 days with it,
Oh, yeah,
and then
that's right. That's right.
I
I
put it
forgot.
away, and then I came back. I want to come back to it now that I've let it sit for a little bit and see how it hits my palate again.
Nice. All right. So that's it for you?
That's me.
What you got, Chris?
Other than there's a bug, there was this crawling. There's a bug crawling on my desk. All right, I got it. Okay. Now you have my attention. Now I'm here. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with this. I got the Odin V2, the Odin 200. So this is like the Dovpo chip, I guess. On top I got the Skill RDA. I thought I was gonna get away with that, but I can't. So I got the Skill on top. But just I can't remember what drip tip it is, but just a nice like solid black drip tip. That's like one thing I always wish that I had got from Jess Marie. I never did because I always felt like it was a waste getting like a black chop top.
Dude, that's why I go with
But
the black pearl, bro. It's got a little bit of that pearlescence in there, so it catches the sun, real nice like.
yeah, maybe I should. Yeah, I should have. But obviously it's too late now. But it's okay. The coils that I have in there actually are Duchess coils. The liquid that I'm rocking in there, this is a flashback, throwback, frames. Love this shit. So did Jacoby.
Mango bees.
Mango bees.
Mango
In
bees.
Jacoby's accent from 12 Monkeys. I ordered this from I think it was Vaping 101. It was like probably like $16, I would guess. I don't know, it was like $12 or 12 pounds 50. So whatever that is in USD, I'm not sure. Um, but it's good. It's just that pineapple mango guava. Like I liked it back then, but for whatever reason, I've just been enjoying more fruits lately. It's kind of tripping me out, but I'm just going with it. Um, so that's what I got there, and then I got another setup. This one here, I got the OG clutch on top. I got the layer goat custom coated by our boy Ashton. The coils I have in here are actually Bridgestone coils and full secret. they're his 27s with a wrap taken off, and they're very nice. Like they're very nice. And then actually I'm rocking this. I just whipped this up,
Ooh,
and
a little
it's the
Southie.
Southie. Yeah, dude. And so
Oh,
far I've been enjoying it. I'm still trying to like find my bearings within it. Do you know what I mean? But like right now, I think
You're
that I'm
riding the
like
you're riding the wave.
I'm riding the wave. Yeah, that's probably a very good way of putting it. I'm riding the wave. I'm riding the wave. And the wave is kind of nice so
It's-
far. Like just
pretty
and
tasty wave.
well, so this one, I just stopped vaping it because the coils were just like too rough, but there's not enough to really justify rewicking something. So I'm just gonna keep it there, like ready to get pro tips basically on like some other cotton that still is not that bad. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Um, but yeah, I love the playland though. The playland was like it really surprised me. Like it did and it didn't. I really liked it. The Southeast so far, I'm like, if I can end up liking it as much as I did the playland by like halfway through the bottle, like it's fucking good times. You know what I mean? But that's everything for me.
All right. Well, time for our guest, Dimitri. What you got, man?
Gonna reveal the spoil the surprise now because
Oh,
that's what I've been vaping on for God knows how long. This is actually the first prototype of the Model 29. It's a side fire mech designed by me, made in the Philippines. Uh, 30 millimeter, 21-700, silver plated contact on the bottom, silver plated bar. It is a non-hybrid because the hybrid I'm leaving to is for an old design that Sean has. He knows exactly how that hybrid works. I'm gonna come back to that later. Inside here, I have, or I'm sorry, on top, I have the Osiris 30 RTA. I'm actually absolutely amazed by this thing. I have Red's Artisan Coils, his triple 27s, 5 wrap, and I mean they're angry as all shit, dude. As far as the juice goes, I'm just gonna show the back of this bottle because this is a future FDH flavor that is gonna be hitting shortly.
oh.
It's another dessert. It's actually gonna be another collab, believe it or not. That is probably going to take a lot of people by surprise. It is a very old school flavor. It's something I haven't seen in a long ass time in terms of desserts. I mean, it was the pinnacle of all desserts back in 2014. Um, and then, secondly, I love my pod systems. I do. I love chiefing on Watson White Gold in 12 milligram. I love that juice to death. I think it is one of the best tobaccos on the market. Probably the best mixed RY4 that I've ever had. This is the Dot Pro pod. Yeah, the Dot Pro with the point 0.8 coil in here. And so far, it's been a week and a half, and the pod is still going. I'm a little concerned because you know, for someone that is a retailer, generally speaking, I hope that the pod only lasts a week. You know, because I want people to come back and buy more.
Yeah.
But I've probably tanked about close to 50 mils of juice to this pod system, and
Wow.
it's still
That's
going.
pretty
Damn.
decent.
I don't know what's happening. Maybe I'm so used to the flavor that I know exactly what it's going to taste like, and the pod is just absolutely burnt to shit. But you know, the wife isn't complaining about a smell of smoking or something rotting, so I guess that's still good. That's about it. That's all I got. I got those two on me right now.
All
And,
right.
yeah.
Very nice, man. Well, I've got two things rocking tonight. If you guys seen the cloud check, then you know I'm rocking an RDA2 on the Odin V2 Black Pearl Chop Top. This has got some Drip Theory triple 26s on the inside, and some of that Boys in the Hood from our man Steve-O and JMW Premium. Gotta say, been vaping this for the past 2 days, like just this, and I'm kind of falling in love with this boysenberry liquid, dude. It's pretty good, and I feel like as it like kind of like vaped into the cotton more, like I'm getting like a little bit of some different notes and stuff. You know what I mean? Like the one thing I was saying to like Chris and Sean, I think the other day was I kind of wish there was just a tad bit more sweetness, but I think it's just because I'm so used to how sweet Homeboy Mango is that like this not being like as sweet as that, I'm just like, wait, I'm like waiting for it. But it's still delicious, you know what I mean? I'm loving it as I'm vaping it, but there's just certain times where I'm like, a little bit more sweet would be nice. But then I look at my cotton and how clean my coils are, and I'm like, I think I could do without the sweetener maybe because this thing's vaping so clean. Like I feel like if I put sweetener in, it's just gonna take away from how clean it's vaping, and it's already good as it is. Either way, you fucking killed it, Steve. I'm liking it, man.
Honestly, a touch of sweetener is not going to make it that big of a difference.
I know,
If you
but
put
I
in
also
like 0.25%, like you're fine.
I also don't want to mess with it because where it's at's pretty fucking good. So I don't want Steve-O to touch it because I don't want anything to happen to it because I'm liking it really where it's at. Like especially after spending all day today with it as well and being the only thing I've vaped all day today. Well, except for a few rips I've taken off this other setup. I'm just really fucking enjoying it, dude. It's refreshing. It's light. It's, you know what I mean? It's not like I said, it's obviously not super sweet. So I'm not like feeling like you get that like sugary kind of coating that you get from certain liquids or like feeling like it just like, I gotta like take a drink of something because it's just, you know, making the jowls just kind of fucking juice up from the sweetness. But dude, loving it. But of course, I said, I enjoy my mango, so I threw mango inside of a Valkyrie mini RTA on top of Shed Time, my Aspen Modcoat Monarch. Got a nice toxic waste chop top on top of there, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there's just some standard Breeze Tones triple 28s on the inside of this 2.5 millimeter, and I've got mango in it. I'm not even going to show you the bottle because it's tipped upside down because it's down to the last end, but I will say. In this box right here, I have 6 new bottles, so I'm stocked back up again, boys. But with that being said, guys, that's all I'm rocking tonight. So I guess there's only one thing left to do before we get into the main topic, and that's where I throw it over to my man Sean to find out what's new in the shed.
Oh, yeah. And of course, if you guys are new to the Shed Time podcast is what we do every week. We got a new episode that drops every Monday, and you can find it on all podcasting platforms, or you can go to shedtimepodcast.com. You can find everything there to stream it, buy merch, and all sorts of other cool stuff. But this week, we get talking about how we don't smoke, we vape. And if you know how Shed Time is a euphemism, then you understand what we're talking about. It's an age-old debate, and as now the three of us have all fully committed to vapor only when it comes to dry as well as our nicotine
Yeah, like
vapes.
anything basically.
Like it's always an interesting thought. Like when offered the opportunity, would you or would you not take a hit? So we talk a little bit about that. We get into a lot of snack food talk in this episode because your boy got the inside track on some Mountain Dew news. And if you know anything about the Shed Time podcast, you know that that's a very recurring discussion. Any cool things that
We're
they're doing,
fans. We're fans.
We-
I'm
we
not
wanna
drinking
talk
one
about it,
right
we
now
wanna
as we're
know.
talking about it. That's not happening.
Right, exactly.
Hashtag sponsored.
Yeah,
Dude, if
I
we could
wish.
get one, bro, oh, you know how excited I would be. That
Dunk on them.
my life would be over. That's mission accomplished, dude.
Yeah. For real. For real. But yeah. So we get talking about all sorts of snack food talk. And then, of course, you guys know the concept because as we were kids, we saw parents and grandparents do it. Maybe as adults, we start to see ourselves doing it. But the old, hey, I'm not sleeping. I'm just resting my eyes syndrome. We all know it, right? Especially the older we get, we start to understand. We get talking about that whole concept and familiarity as well. So if you want to hear about that and all sorts of other crazy and wild things that we talk about, go check us out, Shed Time Podcast, everywhere podcasts are found, and shedtimepodcast.com.
Hell yeah, dude.
Come get Shed Time with us.
It's a fun time, man. I will say this: there are times that one or two of us may zone out at some points through the episodes, and hearing us kind of come back and be like, "Wait, what happened?" Kind of
I'm
funny.
I'm gonna make a welcome back to the show shirt.
Yeah, we need one because, dude, there's been so many times either Chris or because Sean's usually pretty on top of it for the most part, probably because he's kind of keeping
Yeah.
things on track. But there are plenty of times where Chris and myself would be just like kind of like, "Huh? Wait, what?"
Yeah,
One or
welcome
too
back to
many
the show.
one too many rips off the old Dynavap or the old Volcano, and
Yeah,
you kind
a
of
little
forget
bag
that
will do it.
kind of forget that you're doing a podcast. But anyway, we're here with the man himself from Straight Fire Vaporium, Mr. Dimitri, and as you guys seen from the little sneak peek in the buffet, bringing something new to the table. Which, if you guys know us, you know that we are mechanical mod fanatics. All of us here on the panel own multiple, if not too many, mechanical mods.
If not, nah, for sure.
Yeah, it's my collection's pretty vast, but it's awesome. So with that being said, dude, just from the little sneak peek that I saw obviously before the show, and then in your little buffet, it's got me kind of excited. I've got all kinds of questions, but I just want to kind of throw it to you to just kind of give us the breakdown of like how it all came to be, bro.
Okay, so about 3 years ago, I released my very first. I'm sorry, 4 years ago, I released my very first mech mod, which was the Dracosa, which means dragonfly, right? The whole point of the mod was to be a hybrid where the battery would suspend. It would hover inside the mod. Like you could drop this thing and nothing would happen. It would not bend, right? The only way you could actually fire the thing is if you collapsed both contacts and the springs, and then you make that closed circuit. Um, I'm a mech head. I've always been a mech head. I love mechs, whether it's a Boro, Squonk, Tube, Series, Paris Series, you name it. Because in 2012, where I was like really getting into vaping, besides 2010 with the Cigalikes and the e-hookahs and all that shit, I walked into a shop and they had a Pegasus clone with a Panzer clone. And I saw this thing, right? I'm looking at it. The guy's like, "Oh yeah, it's only like $60. It's from these guys that are Italian for the RDA, and the guy from MCV makes the Panzer, but I don't think you're looking to spend $500 on a mod." I'm like, "No, man, like $60 sounds awesome, right?" So fast forward into 2016, 2017 era, that's when I became a cloud chaser. I was on different teams. I was on Draco. I was on Team Rigmod. I was on Team Rogue USA. For a very short period of time, Ride the Lightning, which we'll just erase that from all eternity because we don't want to talk about that. And then I became one of the main retailers for Filipino mech mods because Dragon's Den was shutting down his doors, and there was still a high demand for Filipino mech mods, whether it was El Diablo, MCV, MCM, Tower mods. SOB still had some stuff around. Rest in peace, SOB. I'll miss that dude forever. And that's where I started making my connection. And I essentially have a second home in the Philippines because that's where my love for mechs was born. So over the years, as a retailer, as a very niche type of style of retailer, I have to adapt and overcome a lot of things on the e-commerce market that a lot of people don't care to look at. Bless you. Now, what a lot of people don't understand is, when you buy stuff that is Boro related, right? There's really no change when it comes to the mod, right? The mod is going to perform exactly the same like any other mod, unless you position the Boro differently, whether it's vertical, whether it's horizontal, whether it's an open frame, closed frame, etc., so on and so forth, right? It all comes down to the grip tip. It all comes down to the bridge, right? So this whole hype thing, like I bit into it. I was hooked. I was like, oh my god, new bridge, new deck. I'm seeing like
The
the
rabbit
K
hole is
Fun,
vast, my friend, and it is
dude.
deep.
It's so deep. I mean, shit. I've seen the K Fun deck, the original K Fun, okay, from the 22, not the Plus, not the Pro, not the Prime. The original K Fun deck was what initially made the Boro scene what it is today, right? And I got so tired and bored of that. I'm like, this sucks, man. Like I can't do this anymore because it's the same shit over and over and over. Just different shapes, different forms. And you have my wife who's Caitlin. You've got my mixologist, which is Damien. They're both mech heads, right? And then I have several customers and friends that are mech heads, and they're like, dude, where are you? Why haven't you brought back some of these amazing mech mods that only you could get? Because for God knows whatever reason, they actually like talking to you. I'm talking about like RCM, so Russian custom mods. Then you had Rock Vapes, all those guys from Russia. Then you had the Filipinos. I had Greeks. I had Italians. And I'm like, honestly, dude, there's just not a demand for it. Like I'd love to bring in another $500 mech mod that is lined up with silver, has some gold in there, some mosaic tile, and all this crazy shit that we all love. But maybe only you are gonna buy one. And out of the 20 something that I'll bring in, only 5 will sell, right? So I don't want to sit on dead stock. I don't want to make the modder look bad. I'm not gonna tell the modder, hey, let me pick up 5. That's just a spit in the guy's face. You know what I'm saying? So finally, I was just sitting there talking to my machinist who helped me design my Boro tip that is known as the Vishnu, which is the cherry tip. It's a low pro integrated drip tip that goes into any Boro mod. And he says, you do know I have a designer that helps me design all these things, right? So if you want to link up with him, I said, yeah, let's do it. And we were talking, and he's like, dude, I know your mods. I know the Anvil. I know the Koza. I know the Anvil 1.5. I've seen the Scorpio RDA that you've released. I've seen some of the shit that you've put your name on. I'm like, yeah. He's like, let's make something. If you don't like it, we don't have to do anything. You know what? Like, we're going to go on a whim here. You're not even going to have to pay prototyping for this mech mod unless you like it. Sounds like a done deal, right? Like you're thinking to yourself, fuck it, somebody's taking a chance on me. So this is what we came up with. So this is the first prototype. Unfortunately, the actual production prototype is stuck in shipment because UPS is taking their dear ass time. I sent it over to John Papa, who's my photographer, which did killer shots, by the way. So I'm gonna do a close up here. Turn up this way. So the Model 29 has an engraved bar. It has a locking switch. So on the production model, this little wheel, which is made out of Delrin, is actually threaded into the mod. Okay. So what happens is, if you're someone like me who likes to throw your mod in your pocket or in your truck in the cup holder, and you're like, "Fuck, this thing is gonna fire," not anymore. See, I'm like, oh, hold on. Spoke too soon. I actually unlocked it. There we go. So it threads out, and there's a little pin right here on the side fire bar where it makes contact, and that's it. You can press as hard as you want. You would have to literally snap the fire bar in order to get it to fire. Okay. Now, that was just one of the main things that I wanted to do. The other thing, for those that ever owned an anvil, you know that when that anvil came out, the first thing that you saw was that big block of a contact, that firing contact. It looked like a hammerhead, right? But the key to that thing was that every time you did fire it, it had the most surface area that any other sci-fi mech mod could actually have. Because what I did was I angled the contact inside in order to make sure that when you fire it at an angle, you get about, I'm going to say, about 7 millimeters of surface area actually making contact with the mod, which is huge. I mean, that's a shit ton of surface,
Yeah.
right? So voltage drop should not even exist in this thing. So we did the same thing here. It's a concave contact. Now on the production model, this bar is not as wide, this Delrin piece, right? So it's a little thinner, but the Model 29, which is Clint Eastwood's favorite revolver, that's actually what we based this design of. So you have a 30 millimeter top that actually makes it look like the barrel of the chamber of the Model 29.
Yeah.
On the production model, it's got engraving holes for every single barrel of the 6 barrels, right? The engraving on this mod, which you can see right now, is the filigree that Clint Eastwood loved having on his guns, right? So on the production model, the engraving is actually a lot deeper. It's all machine engraved. This was just, concept, right? So they didn't go crazy on it. But you can see the filigree. You'll be able to see that it actually, funny enough, you can see the holes because of the addy that I use. You'll see that it has engraved a deep engraving to mimic the holes of the barrel from the revolver. Now, here's my favorite part about this model altogether. Besides the fact that it's a side fire, it's a 30 millimeter, right? One of the main things that, at least me, when it comes to mech mods, is the actual voltage drop and the lack of thereof, right? So we did some shopping around. We looked at silver, right? The issue with making a full silver bar is that silver is soft, right? So over time, it would lose its form. It would start to arc. In fact, it would probably mold into the shape of your finger over time of use, right? So the machinist said, hey, listen, the brass that I'm using for this mod is actually more pure. There's not as much lead in here. So the naval brass is more of a consistent brass, copper, little bit of lead of a ratio compared to other naval brasses. He said, however, what we're going to do is we're going to make the bar out of the same material. We're going to silver plate it, and we're going to silver plate the battery contact as well, which it's not just on top or the bottom. I'm talking about this whole fucking thing, this whole battery contact is completely plated. And it's thick. It's on there, man. Like, you can take a key to this thing and you won't get to the brass. Like, we literally guns blazing with this fucking mod. Now, other surprise that I have, which a lot of people haven't seen because it's the first prototype, is that being a mech user, we all strive for that heat, for that performance. We love series, right? Series 2 is going to come with a series 2. Okay, I'm not playing games. I'm not going to do the whole thing of, hey, you can buy a series 2 if you want to. I don't like that. I've done it before, and it's a pain in the ass because, you're a vapor, right? So what happens is you have a budget that you have to go off from. You see a mod for $300. You're like, oh, fuck yeah, dude, I'll buy it for $300. And then you feel like you get that FOMO because you didn't get the stack tube for another $100. And you're like, why would I pay $100 for a stack tube, dude? Now you're in $400 for just a mod with a stack tube, no RDA, right? And you don't feel good about yourself. So what I did was, rather than actually making the mod more expensive than it should have been, I am having the mod and the stack tube both machined at the same time from the same bar stock. So that way, that reduces my cost significantly. And the full setup is going to be $360. Shit. Like, no games, no tax, no extra shipping charge, nothing. I'm talking about full on stacked mod, run it single, run it stacked, $360. A lot of people told me, oh, that's kind of pricey. I'm like, yeah, I mean, well, the amount of metal in here, it's almost a pound of metal just alone from this thing, without the battery. And I was pushed by Damien. I was pushed by Caitlin. I was pushed by my supporters, my friends, everybody to come out with this mod, right? And I said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. The first run of this mod, there's only going to be 50 mods. That's it. No more than 50, which in machining terms, you have to pay for a run of 300 and it's broken down into 50. So now if you do the math in your head, Filipino machining is not Chinese machining, right? It's still pretty expensive. So I'm paying more per mod to get made strictly for 50 because I want to test the market. I want to see what people like, what people don't like. After that, I'm going to make it out of aluminum. I'm going to make it in copper. And then after that, there's going to be an RDA. After the RDA, there's going to be, we have 3 more designs that we are working on right now. So this whole mech thing, I'm back, baby. You know, like I'm bringing it back. I don't care what people like, what people don't like. If you're not a mech head, sucks to be you, bro. Because I'll tell you right now, there is nothing like putting in the battery. You're using not 0.08, not 0.1, 0.122 in a Chinese tank, and it sounds like that. That crackle, that vapor production is absolutely insane in a mech tube. I've never in my life actually had this much fun just firing a mod by itself with a 30 millimeter tank, unless it was on the box, of course. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm coming in as hard as I can, fully self-funded. I'm not doing any pre-orders because I dealt away with pre-orders completely, especially on the store. So now when people see pre-order, quote unquote, on the store, what it means is I already paid for it. It's already in shipment. You're just getting the chance to purchase it before anybody else. And that's what I'm going to do with this guy. Probably next week, I'm going to post up the pre-order for the Model 29. And my coil builder, Chris Harper from Red's Artisan Coils, is gonna put in a set of his coils that are in here for every pre-order for free.
Oh yeah,
I
dude.
mean, that's
sweeten the pot.
You know, I'm trying. I'm trying to bring people back to mechs. I want people to be like, oh shit, there's something new.
Well,
Trying to get people excited.
It's honestly like when I think about Filipino mods, your price point is extremely reasonable.
yeah, it's not far off of what you're gonna pay for any other Filipino mech mod.
You know, like that's entirely reasonable. And for getting the stack and knowing the quality of the people you work with, like personally owning a Stricosa, having, you know, seen the craftsmanship of the people that you work with, I already know, like I'm ready. I'm like, sign me up. Like I'm ready to get in on the pre-order. Like this is exciting. It's been a while since I've seen some things in the vape scene that can excite me, but it's nice to see that they're happening again. You know, because you're right. For the longest time, like this Boro trend has been the main thing, and I'm not knocking it. I've jumped on the train myself. I've enjoyed it. It has its place, and I think it always will. But we say it all the time. I always come back to that mech vape. Like for the 3 of us, it's a constant. We can deviate all we want, but that mech vape is just something special about. And so to get excited about some new mechs happening, we need it. We need it.
I'm actually, so along with this, I created a new company or a new name, which is RIP, Rusky Industrial Productions. And the whole point of this is not for me to make money and to release mods. I'm hoping that with RIP, I can bring some of these OGs out of the ground and tell them, yo, let's collab. Shoot me your design that you didn't release. Let me work on it. Let me put it under my name, and we will make it a collab. Everybody eats. If you can't fund it, I will fund it, and then we will make it happen. I'm not made of money. By no means am I made out of money. This is literally coming out of my savings account, you know? So I'm just like, we're going to make this happen because two people in this industry that have been going hard and kept on going true to their word from the Filipinos is MRN and SC Philippines, Silver Crafts or Silver Creations.
Silvercraft
I
Creations,
don't know.
yeah.
Yeah, thank you. So I'd love to see, you know, MCV come back. I spoke to him maybe a month ago. I was like, hey, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm just working full time. I'm like, yeah, but why haven't you released anything? He's like, nobody wants it. I said, what if I found you some people that want your creations? Bring back the Warhead. Bring back the Forge. Bring back the Panzer for all I can. Make it a 21-700. He's like, yeah, I don't know. I said, all right. If I show you that there's people willing and money in hand and they're literally ready to buy said product, are you willing? He said, okay. If that's the case, maybe. So all right. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to revive that whole stigma of mech mods still exist. They definitely do. I mean, look at Timesmate. They just re-released the Dreamer for the fourth, fifth time. I mean, they hit me up. They're like, "Hey, you want any?" I'm like, "Not really. What's different about this one? Did you guys fix the switch? Because for every Dreamer that I've had, I've cracked the switch several times. I literally had all those peak insulator switches that were threaded. I've
Yeah.
replaced that thing like 6 times.
Really?
I got big hand.
I've
Yeah,
never
dude.
done it ever. That's crazy.
Really?
On
Oh,
what?
Yeah.
dude, I'm the Dreamer.
Oh no.
Yeah, I've never had anything fail on a Dreamer actually.
The only thing I've had
Um,
fail is like on like my original like OG Dreamer, the conical spring on the inside that
Yes.
fucking gets the pin. That was the only thing that I've ever had to replace, and I think I did it one time. And I used the
Yeah.
fuck out of those things.
But yeah, this one though, it's like a way different switch. It's
Okay.
it's a clutch.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Here, I'll show you right now. This is the new Dreamer clutch from the Switch. If you, here, I'll just do this. Unscrew this. It goes back to old school
Oh shit.
adjustable contact. So you just screw this in or
okay.
out depending on your 510 and your battery. And then the other side of the Switch, let me bust this bad boy open real quick. You've got your Ultim button, and then you've got your clutch system, which is your 3 clutches that expand over your pin that make contact with the outside of the thing. So you just compress it, make solid
Oh,
contact
shit.
all around the outsides, and she rips.
And it's a locking button, so for people like you who like to throw a mod in a pocket, you can safely be sure that you're not going to fire it in a pocket.
Hell yeah.
But yeah,
It
dude,
goes
like,
up to 28.
yes, it's a 28, and then it comes with a 25 millimeter top cap as well. So you get a 28 millimeter top cap and a 25. And it's cross compatible with the Ardent. So like if you have the hybrid Ardent RDA that he did with the Dreamer, that you can take the 510 off and literally just thread it into the mod, you could use that on there. If you really wanted to, you can use your Dreamer stack tubes on it. They'll thread into it. It's obviously going to be like a millimeter smaller because the original Dreamer's 27 and this is a 28, but it's not unless you're super big on, everything being super symmetrical, then you might kind of notice it. But if you're just trying to get a couple, series rips off of something, go for it. You know what I mean?
Better rip, tighter chip.
But one thing that I think that's cool is you kind of answered one of my questions is because I was wondering what like materials you were gonna plan on making this in. But obviously I like your idea of coming out with the initial run, seeing what why can't I think of the word I was about to say? Yes, just see what the people think of it. See if it's something that's going to be even worth doing like a larger run or doing multiple runs of it or something like that. And then just going off and then doing your different things after that. Because me personally, I'm a copper guy, man. I love a good copper mech mod, man. They just fucking rip. You know what I mean? One thing I don't like, obviously, is the patining and having to keep it polished and the smelling like pennies and all that. So majority of the time, I just end up getting them coated. But
But
dude,
how
dude,
sick would that
that's
look coated?
dude, that's what I was
That's why
gonna.
I'm like, sign me
You didn't
up.
let me
Those-
finish, Sean. I was
Oh.
getting there, bro. Because
God
we
damn it.
we know a guy that's pretty slick with some coatings and some inlay work, and dude, that could look pretty damn slick after
Do you think about that in like a nice gunmetal and like, ooh, yeah.
Yeah, with like some just sick highlight inside the engravings.
I actually do have a question about it. So you said something at the beginning, and honestly, I can't remember what it was. It had something to do with the hybrid top, and like that it wasn't a hybrid, but it was gonna become a hybrid when you get to production. Is that what you were saying?
No, so here's the thing with hybrid and non-hybrids, right? Uh, that extra contact point is it comes it's a catch 22 in the mech world, right? So you either with the extra contact point, you either make a taller mod or you make a shorter mod, and you also have the raw power between the 510 pin and the battery, or you don't, right? So the safety. So I figured, well, I don't need that extra contact point because I already have the safety mechanism. If you want to be extra safe, twist the battery cap, have
Yeah.
it turn, right?
Okay,
Your
so it is a
battery's
full
loose.
hybrid.
It is a full hybrid. Yes.
Okay, all right. So then that actually leads me to another question. Sorry, I thought that you said that it was going to become a full hybrid. I obviously misheard you. Is that
No, later on.
removable? Like I know like a lot of Filipino mods like are not like a all one piece top. It's like there'll be something that's like this. Is
Right.
that what
So
yours is like? Because I know that
so
you showed it, but like I couldn't see if it's screwed out or not. Like, is there a hybrid disc?
it's non-hybrid. So this model is non-hybrid. The hybrid model is going to be a different mod in the future that kind of gives a shout out to my old design. So this one is completely see-through. Like it just threads right
And is
through.
that like all one piece though, or is that screw
Yeah.
out?
So the top cap, which is this guy right here, the only reason why you see the burr line right here is because what happens is in order to make a proper side fire, you have to make sure that your 510 is disconnected from the actual bottom of the piece, right? So there's no Delrin inside, right? Otherwise, I would have had to have Delrin inside in order to make sure that I could make it a proper side fire. So the disconnect point of the circuit is on the top. The top cap actually does not come apart. It's actually pressed fit in there, so you don't have to ever take it apart.
Okay.
Hence the little Delrin ring.
Yeah. Okay, I see what happened. So it's pretty much like a hybrid disc, but instead of it being threaded, it's press fit into like with a Delrin piece around it, right? So the Delrin's keeping the actual 510 separate from the outside of the mod.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I
You
took
just
a
moved the
side fire and I
insulation.
flipped.
Yeah.
Yeah, I literally flipped a side fire mod for aesthetics and for the ease of use. Because I'm sorry, guys, I have arthritis, right? So like half the time, I can't use a mech mod anymore, right? That bottom fire with the middle finger or the index finger, I can't do it because what will happen is my finger will literally lock up, and that's it. I have to just toss the mod from having it fire. So for me to use my thumb, having the side fire being on top, I had to flip the whole mod upside down. And that's the beauty of it because, if you're a side fire user, right, you're going to pretty much just put your whole fist over it, right? Or if you're not, you can fire it with your index finger, your middle finger, whatever.
I used to fire like I fire my 2 foot side fire mods that I have with my thumb.
Yep.
Yeah, and actually, well, one of them I have like a slim piece, and I use that, and I just like hold it like a regular mech. And so when I like push up on it, like so, like let's just say that this was it. When I like push up on it with my bottom, it forces my thumb to hold it there. So like it's forcing my thumb to press down like that.
Yeah.
And then with the grip, I use my thumb also. But
Aesthetics. Yeah, it's the comfortableness, as I call it, of using a mod. because I
Oh
saw
yeah, well
that
I've
purge.
seen a lot of people that use the sidebar mod and they hold it just like that. Like they'll hold it
Right.
and they'll just squeeze it, right?
Yeah. That's what I would do most of the time. The only one, like with this one, it's a little different because I've got the K vapors, but this one you actually kind of have to get in there. But with the bar being up at towards the top, it's not as big of a deal because I just fucking put thumb across and then just fire it. I need to clean this thing, dude, because I want to vape it. It's been
haven't
giving me
seen
a
you use
little
that in a
hot
long
button,
time.
dude. So it needs a
Hot button.
nice little cleaning.
It actually cleaned this clutch like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. It needed to get cleaned real bad because it's like back to ripping really good. And I forgot how good this mod was because I was starting to be like, I don't really want to use it. I don't really want to use it. It's one of those things. A nice cleaning does wonders.
Ben says, so it's press fit to an insulator. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly
Yes.
what's going on with the 510. I'm trying to see if there's any other questions in here in chat that we may have missed regarding it. Ern says, sorry, what's the name of the mech again? It's the Model 19?
29.
Model 29.
29.
The M29. Yep.
M29. Sweet. Let's see. Is there anything else going on here? I could tell it was Filipino from the gnarly, huge Filipino screw on the bar. I guess he could pick up on the design just from some of the materials used. Ben,
If you guys want, I can share photos of
I just grabbed the link. I'm gonna drop it in chat right now.
That's the link to the group where you'll get all the updates and everything. You'll see the photos from John Papa of the actual production model.
Oh shoot! I just closed my YouTube window. Hold please.
If anything, I can share my screen and just scroll through them if you guys want to see.
Yeah, we could do that too if you'd like to do that, man.
Yeah. Hold on one second.
Pull up my YouTube
I want
window
to
as
see
well.
some good mod photography.
But
It's been
there
a
you
while.
go. Sean also dropped a link for anybody that might want to join his Facebook group as well.
Let's see. Should be able to share.
There we go.
All right.
Uh,
All right. Good.
yep.
I'm seeing it.
Let's
Yeah.
do.
All right. So as you can see, that the engraving is actually a lot deeper on this one.
Yeah.
Not as much finishing as a production model would have, granted, but the engravings are significantly deeper. And then, like, like I said, the wheel is a lot smaller. The bar is not as wide, that allows the tension to be not as stiff. The throw is extremely short. That's the stack section. It goes on the bottom.
Very nice.
And there you go. There's the engraved barrel for the
Yes.
bullet holes.
Looks
And it does come with a stack magnet that goes right in the middle. So it's gonna have a silver plated contact in the Delrin puck between the two batteries. So that way, no matter what batteries you use, whether it's Molly Cell, Sony, fucking Samsung, any of the 21700s, you'll be able to make series contact. And then there's the bar. So funny enough, the final bar is also going to have some knurling on it too, just for the sake of aesthetics per se. If you want to talk about aesthetics, I like some patterns. I like a lot of engraving on mods. Just so you can essentially stroke the bar. If you're a stimmer like me, I have fidget toys everywhere. So if I don't have a mod in my hand, I'm usually fidgeting with like a spinner or something. But yeah, this is it in its prime. That's what the production model is going to look like. Like I said, 30 millimeter, 21700. It is a heavy puppy. I mean, it's got some weight to it. Hits like a tank. I'm extremely proud of it. I love my designer that I'm working with. His name is Ramir. He actually was and still is the designer for a few other mech companies out there. Um, I'm not going to mention any company names because he's got NDAs with them. But uh, one of the companies has 3 letters to their name. So if you can figure that one out, that's who he is designer for as well. Um, but yeah, I'm stop sharing. There we go. Um, I'm excited to work with him because he's so easy to work with. He is um, very skilled in his craft. He understands how a closed circuit can actually differ with arcing. He understands why a certain bevel in a contact or a contact point can make the mod misfire. He understands what it means to take apart a mod. And when you sit there and you're like drawing it out on paper, or me who sits there on Adobe Illustrator, literally making this thing in graphic design because I have no CAD knowledge. He's like, oh yeah, I can take that. I can make it into a 3D model, and then I'll make the tooling paths for it at the same time. I'm like, holy shit, dude, that's awesome. I love it.
Well, dude, I'll just tell you right now, we got like 3 or 4 people in chat right now already wanting one, man. We got Slater saying, I want one hard, all caps. Yeah, Will, yes, it's 21,700. Ern says, well, defo gonna need to save for one of these. Dude, absolutely. Paul down here says, that's sick. Oh, yes, it will be mine. Oh, yes.
Ben said,
Appreciate the
Nerling,
support.
I can only get so aroused.
Right. Slater also says you can find me on the corner so I can afford one, Ern. Kiwi on a corner. What else we got going on up here? Ben was also saying, he says that he likes the wheel way better on the production one. He says it looks way better. It looks dope. A lot of people are pretty much saying how pretty it is. Ern saying that's sick. Absolutely gorgeous. So definitely looks like there's a few people that are already intrigued and possibly gonna save some shekels to grab one of these, man.
Well, I appreciate every single one of you. And excuse me, to make things easier for everybody that are on a budget, I'm going to be strictly releasing them on Straight Fire because with Straight Fire we offer Sezzle. For those that don't know what Sezzle is, it's a buy now, pay later form. They don't, by no means, and am I an advocate for Sezzle, but they do, depending on your credit, I guess, they will do a soft check. So, like, if you got like a car repo or something, they might deny it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a significant amount of money. They've done it to a couple of people. Somebody actually called me and said, "Why is Sezzle denying me?" I'm like, I don't know. I couldn't tell you, bro. I don't see your personal information. Everything's encrypted. I don't even know what your name is based on the Sezzle application. It just says denied on my end.
Oh yeah, that's true. Unfortunately, Slater's our resident Kiwi from a good old NZ, as some may say. He says only for Americans. I like how you said Americans. He knows what's up. Ern says smart man with the Zezel makes those big purchases a little easier to handle. That's for sure. I'll tell you what, man. I've definitely taken advantage of it once or twice on a few purchases in the past.
Because I've never used it before. Does it like automatically come out? Do you have to like go back and make the payments?
No, what it'll do is it'll break it up into like, usually it'll break it up into like 4 payments or something like that. So you'll break it up and you'll pay over like a short period of time or like a longer period of time. But what they'll do is they'll break it down. They'll let you know what the breakdown is, how many payments it's going to be, and when they're going to be taken out.
Okay, and then once you're done paying, then it just comes.
Yeah, once you submit complete order, it takes care of everything. And then you literally will get like a email or an update saying like, hey, your payment's about to come out or whatever.
Oh, okay, that's pretty convenient actually.
Yeah, it's you remember when Kmart used to do the layaway?
I do remember like layaway stuff. Yeah. Like when I was a kid in the 80s, like I remember
Yeah,
people would even talk about it.
right. So
I wasn't
it's
from a household that did
layaway.
that, but yeah.
Yeah, so it's a layaway without having to wait for you paying it off. It's literally here you go. Like it says, literally sends me the money, and they insure it under themselves that you're gonna pay for it. Otherwise, they'll default you or whoever.
It's short-term
Oh,
finance.
so once
Yeah.
the first payment goes through, you get the full amount.
Mhm.
And then Zezel. Oh, okay. That's actually
Yeah.
good for you
Yeah,
as
it's
a
like
business
it's
owner
like
then.
taking like a line, like a small line of credit to get whatever you're purchasing. Sort of.
Yeah.
Right.
It's pretty slick. But dude,
I'm
super
excited.
excited, bro. Super excited. If you guys want to keep updated, make sure you join his group. Check out the website. Keep your eyes peeled. I'm sure we'll be able to give you guys more updates and the such as things happen, you know. And of course, I'll tell you this just right off the bat right now, Dimitri. Whenever you got anything coming out you want to tell people about, hit your boy up, man. We'll be
Yes.
more than happy to have you on and let you talk about
yeah.
it, man. Because I want to know what you're up to, man. So
Yeah,
if that's how we're gonna do it, then that's how we're gonna do it. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
with it. I
Um,
will gladly show you my secrets.
Hell yeah, dude. So with that being said, guys, there's it's about that time for a little, little time to maybe get up, do a little stretch, maybe grab a beverage, relieve yourself if you gotta, you lose a little boy or little girl's room. But with that being said, Sean, it's that time to do that one thing before we get into the game for tonight.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to inhale that good shit and exhale some bullshit because it's shit time.
Let's do it. we're back. Hopefully you guys enjoyed your shed time break. I know I sure did.
I feel invigorated for a game.
Yeah, dude, and it looks like an oldie but a goodie, one we haven't played here in a little while. And this one's always kind of fun to play with friends because it's not just the three of us humiliating ourselves. But it's time for a crowd favorite. It's time for a little game we like to call Picture This. So a quick breakdown for Dimitri, just so he kind of knows how this game goes. What we do here is, I also am going to need a stopwatch here, or a timer. There we go. We're going to have a minute and 30 seconds on the clock. And what we're going to do is we're going to ask chat to drop suggestions of things they would like to see us attempt to draw in a minute and 30 seconds. After the timer ends, all four of us will show our drawing to the camera and then let the chat vote on which drawing they think is the best. We'll keep a tally, see who gets the most, and whoever gets the most wins. It's a game where what they used to say on Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Anything goes, and the points don't matter.
Exactly. So with that being said, chat, we need you guys to start dropping some suggestions of things you'd like to see us draw in a minute and 30 seconds. Keep in mind, a minute and 30 seconds isn't as long as you think it is. All right? So keep that in mind. Nothing too crazy. Bonus points if you can incorporate a wait. This isn't the fall. Oh, gotcha. Picture this is the only game I ever dread playing when doing a shedhead session. I could see that, Steve-O. Trust me, this isn't one that I'm particularly ecstatic to play every time, but it is kind of fun. Once you get the first one down and you notice that everybody's kind of drawing weird stuff. All right. Dude, that would be pretty slick, but I don't know if I could quite do that in a minute and 30. You know what? I'm gonna just pick one of the three from Caitlin here, and I'm gonna go with giraffe
Oh God!
for the first pick of tonight.
I think we've done this once before, and
We
these
might
were
have.
terrible.
We might have.
Oh
but
man!
I know we've definitely done a spaceship, and a flower I feel like is too easy.
The giraffe. Oh man, this is gonna be so bad.
So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get our timer ready here. Minute and 30 seconds on the clock. Here we go. In 3, 2. Oh, hold on. Whoops. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
I mean, aside from a long neck, what the hell does a giraffe even look like?
Fucked up horse.
I'm so screwed here. Oh no. Gotta go with that. It was terrible. I'm praying for y'all. Shit.
Remember, just draw a circle. Everything starts with a circle.
Okay, Bob Ross.
No mistakes. Just happy little accidents.
You know what's sad? I brought up Bob Ross the other day, and somebody didn't know who
And
it was.
stop. That's
And
it.
They
We're
were
done.
of an age they should have known what Bob Ross was.
Let me do this.
Oh no.
All right, so here we go. Giraffe in 3, 2, 1. See, I knew his was going to be pretty decent. compared to at least what I did.
Honestly, I'm kind of impressed with Chris.
I'm not. He's kind of reminding me of what was the
Toys R
giraffe?
Us.
Yeah. What was
Jeffrey?
it? Jeffrey the
Right?
giraffe. Yes.
Was it
Oh,
Jeffrey?
from
Yeah.
Toys R
Jeffrey the
Us?
giraffe. Yeah. All right, get those votes in. 2 off the rip for Chris. 1 from Slater, which you should take as a some serious stuff because Slater is our resident tattoo artist. So if he approves of your drawing, that must mean it's pretty decent.
Yeah, I think you got,
Oh shit,
Dude.
Lunchbox.
Dude, it's looking like everybody. So for 1,
Goose.
2, 3, 4,
Yo,
5,
Hearn even said, he's like, what the hell, man? That's awesome. Thank you.
6.
Thank everyone here.
Looks like he's doing blue steel.
Chris has been over here throwing every game for the
I know,
last
he's-
2 years so that he could come out swinging on a special occasion.
All right, Chris takes the first one, so point Chris. All right, so with that, Chris, why don't you pick the next one? Remember to keep dropping suggestions of things you'd like to see us draw amongst, like in between rounds, guys. Because the more suggestions, the merrier.
Man, Caitlin's throwing shade, says Dimitri's
yeah.
had shorty legs.
I was just like, that.
I mean, hey, his was a
It's a corgi
baby.
giraffe.
It was a stuffed
It was a-
giraffe, okay?
It's just a baby.
Okay, I'm gonna go with this is from Caitlin also. Or no, sorry, it's from Gooser and it's the Ghostbusters logo. That's what I wanted to do.
Fuck.
I was not gonna be able to draw a leprechaun. No. I might be able to
Fuck,
draw
dude.
the Ghostbusters though.
This is
It's a
going to be
circle.
rough, dude. All right. Fuck, I'm trying to think of it in my head. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Who are you going to call?
Definitely not me to draw this Ghostbusters logo. I'll tell you that much. Shout out to the chat for throwing out some absolutely unbelievably difficult ideas tonight. Really appreciate you making this a hard one for us. This is nothing at all like that. So I'm so excited for this to not look anything like it's supposed to.
Funny enough, it's actually what I want to get tattooed on me. It's the Ghostbusters logo.
So you have no excuse.
Dude, listen.
Like, oh man. Why did I ever suggest this game in the first place?
Actually, I think this was a Vandal suggestion.
Was it? It might have been. Damn it. Why did you ever suggest this game in the first place, Vandal? You cursed us.
Legend.
Because it's definitely one of my favorite games to play. But it is so torturous.
All right,
Thank
that's it.
Thank God this isn't the 60-second version.
Yeah, I know. Right? Here we go.
Extra
In 3,
details.
2, 1.
Oh, come on, camera.
Oh, Sean, that actually looks good, dude.
Dude, Sean's kind of looks like Slimer.
It does look like Slimer.
I gotta say, we all did fairly decent on this one, I feel.
I actually feel like mine's the closest to the actual Ghostbusters logo.
No, because he's behind
personally.
the fucking bar, bro. He's behind
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
he's
no
supposed to be behind
ghosts.
the bar.
Oh, true.
I ain't
true.
afraid to know Ghost.
And here I was like doing all this work to like keep it from going through him.
All right, let's get those
How does that
votes.
change it?
Ooh, 1 for me, 1 for Sean, 2 for Sean. Oh, is he doing a peace sign? I forgot. Another 1 for Sean.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, the hand's reaching out or
Sean,
something.
Sean.
Yeah.
That's all I remember.
Yeah,
is like,
that's why
I'm gonna try to draw this damn.
I got the hand here, but I couldn't remember what the other one did.
Yeah.
I feel like Sean's taking this one because he's got the most votes, without a doubt.
Yeah. Looks
Steve-O
like it.
says Dimitri has the most accurate shape, though.
Ah.
And it's pretty close. All right, so looks like Sean's taking that one. So we got a dub for Chris, a dub for Sean. So Sean, you got the next pick, man. What do we got?
All right, friends, keep throwing out your suggestions in chat. I'm sorry, Kaz. Shout out to you for the $2 super
Oh yeah,
chat.
dude.
But we are not attempting a Pikachu tonight.
I think we've done that too.
I am not a glutton for punishment like that.
Yeah, I like good fun and all. but
Yeah,
not
like
pain.
I like throwing a challenge our way, but you guys are killing me. Oh, and the other $2 super chat I missed about us being his 4 favorite people.
Oh hell
Big
yeah,
loves
dude.
you. All right, I just found one from Lando. Let's go for this. This is also going to turn out hysterical, I'm sure. A chicken.
Oh, a chicken.
Okay, how do I want to do
Chicken.
this? How do I want to do this? All right, get the clock back up.
Okay, hold up. Alive or like roasted?
You shouldn't have even asked, and you should have went with your best judgment. Because
gonna
it would
go
have been
roasted.
You should. That's what I'm saying, Chris. You
I-
shouldn't have said
uh,
anything, and you should have just went with your best judgment.
Send
Because
it.
it would have been hilarious if the 3 of us did actual live chickens, and you were the only one that did a roasted one. You
I
ruined.
mean, but now
You ruined the joke. No, another $2 from Kaz as well. He said snacks on snacks. All right. So, anyways, here we go. Chicken. And 3, 2, 1, go.
And to be fair, he did say a chicken, not just chicken. So maybe that is the answer, Chris, to whether or not it's live or not. But I'm saying go for it. Send it. Whatever you want to do. You want to make a roast chicken? I'm here for it.
Okay, what am I doing? All right.
What are you doing? You're drawing a chicken, Chris. Welcome to the show.
No, just just let me be, Sean. I don't know what I'm doing at all.
Neither do I, man. I'm just trying to draw a chicken as best I can, and I don't know if this looks like a chicken, but I'm trying. Oh yeah, birds have wings, guys. Just a reminder. That's a freebie.
Yeah, fuck that part up. Just gonna be honest here.
Yeah, it just hit me a second
And
ago.
stop.
That's when I said it.
That's
So it's
it.
like, oh yeah.
Here we go. I drew the smallest fucking chicken, dude.
Dude, me too.
And 3,
I think I did too.
2,
Oh man.
1.
You guys actually get a 2 for 1 right now
Chicken.
for me.
Come on, focus, camera.
Oh, we did. How come the chicken's smaller than the egg?
What egg?
Isn't that what's in the basket?
Is that
No, that was a roast chicken. I started to draw a roast chicken. I was like, I can't draw a roast chicken.
Oh,
So then I drew a chicken, a little rooster boy.
I definitely like Dimitri's roast chicken.
yeah. I like how he still got the head on it too. All right.
I
Or
went
actually,
for chilling in the nest. James went for walking around.
Yeah, we got 1 vote for me so far.
I actually like mine a little bit. He's a cute little dude.
Oh, vote for Dimitri from Slater. So 1 me, 1 Dimitri. Another one for Dimitri. Oh, tied 2-2.
Coming in hot.
Oh, and after you answer,
Oh, 3-2, 4-2.
feel free to
leaning towards
continue
Dimitri.
to add suggestions.
Another vote for Chris. And it looks like, dude, honestly, it looks like Dimitri's running away with this one.
I definitely don't think it looks like a chicken either, Lunchbox.
Yeah.
It's some sort of bird on a nest, but it ain't a chicken.
Yep. So that's going to be a point for you,
Chicken's
Dimitri. So that's a
So that's
point for
1
Chris.
all.
Yeah. Well, no, I haven't gotten a point yet.
Oh, you haven't gotten a point yet?
Nope.
Oh.
Nope. Hopefully I can on this one. So
Step it
Dimitri, it is your turn to pick what we should draw.
Pick James the winner.
There's a bunch of suggestions if you want to scroll up. I saw some up top, but there's also some new ones coming in pretty quick as well.
I'm down for some smoked chicken, Caitlin. Let's go.
I'll eat chicken like basically any way prepared, you know?
Pretty
Dude,
much.
A good
But,
smoked chicken.
Like it's not my favorite thing, but it's one of the most versatile things for me.
I gotta go with from Gooser. Draw an old floppy disk. Okay, hold on. Are we talking about like 3.5, or are we talking about like the old like?
I'm
I
thinking.
think the old.
Again, I think
Old?
use your best judgment, whatever you feel most comfortable on. But
Dude, I'm gonna have to rack my brain for one of these. I haven't seen one in
I
a
like that
minute.
this is open ended.
Yep, I'm down with
Yeah,
it.
I gotta think.
All right,
I'm gonna just do the best I can.
so here we go.
There you go.
And 3, 2, 1, floppy disk.
Oh man, this is bringing me back.
Dude,
I feel like a
on
kid
floppy.
just thinking about this.
I don't know if I'm right on this. I might be wrong.
Remember how that part went.
There's more to it than that. Am I failing right now? I'm failing right now.
Don't overthink it.
I'm failing right now. So then there's like a thing that goes there.
You got this. You got this.
I'm just drawing lines, dude. I don't know what to do with my hands. All right, there's not much more I think I can do. And stop.
Dude, I just drew both, but like honestly, I couldn't remember what either one of them
Dude,
looked
I
like.
got like into the just the general silhouette shape, and then after that I forgot the rest.
yeah,
so
I
here
can
we
do the
go.
squarey rectangle vibe.
Yeah.
That's about it.
There's my floppy disk. See, I couldn't remember if it was a square or a circle in the center. I thought it was a circle, so I started with the circle, but then I remembered sometimes they would have like a label on them.
So yours looks a lot more like the save icon, like 3.5. I decided I just had to go with the like OG like 5.5 inch.
Excuse me.
All right, get those votes in. It looks like 2 off rip for Dimitri, 3 for Sean, back to back. Ern, Will, and Ben. Oh, Sean's is still in the head. Is still ahead by 1. Now it's tied, 4-4. Sean's ahead,
Neck and
5-4.
Sean's coming in hot.
I put that way over there because we still need this.
God, I wasn't kidding when I said I was having flashbacks to childhood when we thought about floppies. I was
It looks like
man.
Steve-O's gonna give it to Sean for the Oregon Trail. Dude, Oregon Trail, bro. That was such a
No,
fucking...
Doom 95, bro.
Doom was sick too.
But Doom would have come on a 3.5.
It did come in 3.5.
All right.
We needed that extra megabyte and a half of
Yeah.
storage space for Doom.
Yeah.
All right. So we got a few minutes. Let's try to sneak one more in real quick. I'll pick just to see if I can possibly get a dub. I will say Sean is leading right now with 2. So let's see here. I'm gonna scroll up a little bit. I saw one earlier.
Wolfenstein. Oh,
Wolfenstein
dude, that
2D.
brings me back.
I remember
yeah.
playing that honestly when I was probably in grade 5.
I literally
Yeah.
have both of those games on my Steam right now.
Uh,
You want to talk boomer shooters? You remember Rise of the Triads
Yes.
from Apogee?
Dude, Avogee got me in so much trouble. I was not allowed to use the computer.
oh, and by the way, Ern, I just saw your message. Yeah, I've used a fucking floppy disk, bro. I'll be 33 tomorrow.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I've used a fucking floppy disk, bro.
What the fuck do you think I am?
That was no hostility, Ern. I just did that just for dramatic effect. You know what? Let's do this. We're gonna go with another one from Caitlin, and it's gonna be another open-ended one. We're gonna go game controller.
Ooh.
Okay.
Open-ended game controller,
Yes.
guys.
Yes.
There's
let's go.
plenty to choose from. So, with that being said, let's go here in 3, 2, 1. Game controller.
Oh my god.
How everybody's so quiet. They're like,
On
Better
the
not
screen.
fuck this
Super
up.
focused, right?
better not fuck this up right now, man. I know my game controllers, okay?
Okay, I'm done.
Uh-uh.
I'm just calling it. I'm calling myself done. This is as good as it's gonna get.
And we're done. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Oh, I like how we all went different controllers.
Oh shit. Okay.
All different like systems too. Chris went old
Yep.
school Xbox. Sean went Sega. I went the Nintendo route, and then we got the old Joy-Con
Dimitri with
joystick.
Atari.
Dude.
Oh
Yeah.
man. Shit.
Excuse me, the expensive Atari controller. Fuck those motherfuckers, dude. I begged my mom. She's like, that thing's old. I'm like, yeah, well, it's like, what, in the 90s? That thing was still $60. That was insane, bro.
That is insane.
All
Dude,
right.
I remember we
so-
had like this like badass Commodore 64, like Commodore 64 branded joystick. And it had like 2 or 3 buttons near the top. It was fucking high end, dude. It's high end.
We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for me. I think these are all pity votes, but it's cool. I'll take them.
No,
We got 1 for Sean, and we've got 1 for Dimitri as well, and then we got another one for me, and another one for Dimitri. But it looks like I'm taking the lead on this one, and I'm at least getting 1 point tonight. Fuck yeah, dudes!
I'm
But
fucking booing this.
with all
That
that
was a
being
banging
said,
Xbox controller.
with all that being said, Sean did end up taking the full dub tonight with 2 points. So congratulations to you, Sean. You get a pat on the back.
I get one extra vape off my own mod.
Yeah, you get 1,000
You
points.
paid for everything.
Yeah, a win is a win, Lunchbox. You are
But
correct,
we'll
sir.
allow you to do it.
But with that being
And
said,
This is, by the way, on the return, crazy now.
that
now-
playland
now that-
action.
Now that they've like meshed after I let it sit for a little bit and came back, oh, this bottle's toast.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, I really hope that it makes it the next. I was thinking I might try to get some. I'm guessing
definitely.
it's a popular flavor. Sorry, James. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I was just going to say that's pretty much going to wrap up tonight's episode, though, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys all for joining us and hanging out and giving us some awesome suggestions for that round of Picture This. Of course, we want to throw a huge shout out. Thank you. And welcome back to Dimitri, man. It was awesome having you back on the show, man.
Be here.
Definitely looking forward to having you back on in the future, and looking forward to hear what people think once they start getting their hands on this the Model 29 or the M29 and seeing what everybody thinks, dude. I'm really stoked for you. Really stoked for just the community that you guys have built over there at FDH, and seeing that our communities are kind of melding now, which is awesome. It's just awesome to see, man, and I'm stoked to see some sick Filipino mech mods making their way over this way, dude, because that's one thing that the Filipinos know how to do, bro, is put out a pretty solid mech mod, dude. I will say that. But with that, is there anything you'd like to say here at the end of the show to kind of wrap things up?
Yeah, I just want to shout out FDH, of course. All the guys: Juan, Kaz, John Pop, Caitlin, Jorge, Damien, of course. And for all those that kept on pushing me and keeping the lights on in Straight Fire, you guys are the real ones. I mean, I can't force someone to buy something. It's a hobby. You know what I'm saying? So like the fact that you even buy anything at all means the world to me. And I thank you. I hope that if you ever do quit vaping and you see someone that is smoking and you know them well, you tell them that they have a place to turn online that is not going to rob them. It's there to help them. If I can't help them, I'll find somebody else that is within their vicinity that can help them. That's about it.
All right, man. Well, like I said, it was a pleasure having you on, man, and we'll definitely have you back on in the future. So with that, Chris, I'll throw it to you for your normal sign out, man.
Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. Dimitri, thanks for coming on, bro, and thanks for just keep on pushing. I am one of those people that love to see people that don't lose the passion, and I feel like I'm sort of doing my part by showing up every week. But I love seeing other people do it in different ways that I don't have the ability to do, and like making mods, doing all that cool shit. To me, that's awesome, and it just shows that you've put the time in this space too. So like, congrats on this new mod that's coming out.
Thank you.
Yeah, just check out shedtimepodcast.com. Just go there, give it a listen, give it a peruse, and then just come back next Friday night, same time. And I think that's everything. So everybody be safe, have a good week. Take it away, Sean.
All right. Well, big shout out to all the shed heads, whether you are out here in chat catching the live or in the replay. You guys mean the world to us, and we couldn't do it without you. I mean, seriously, we couldn't do it without you. So big love to all of y'all. Big shout out to Dimitri. We've been homies for, God, too many years now. So, it's great to have you back on, and I'm super excited to see you coming out with a mech again. This is great news. And so I'm going to close it like I always do and tell you, don't let the bastards get you down. Be cool. Don't be a dick. And whatever it is that you do, try and have some fun.
Absolutely. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for my favorite segment of the show to close things out. It's time for a little bit of Confucius Say. And today, he hit me with a good one. My main man, Confucius, dropping some words of wisdom, food for thought for you guys to think about over the weekend. And today, Confucius Say, he who stick head in open window, get pain in neck.
True.
This
Very
is true, man. This is true. So, be careful where you put your heads, people. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for joining us. It was great just seeing everybody out there in chat playing the game, getting to see, the new goodness coming from Straight Fire Vaporium, aka RIP, dude. I saw the engraving on the bar, dude. That looked pretty slick. So looking forward to seeing you guys getting your hands on those. Who knows? I might try to save some shekels and try to get a hold of one for myself. We'll see. If all pans out. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy your weekend. Be safe out there. As always, sending out all those positive vibes. Crisp by fives. Don't forget to tell somebody you love them. And as always, let's just vape on, shedheads. Bye bye.